The forces shaping this world at this moment are so strong, and they all tend in one direction.
The secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret.
Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is a very real prospect of a new world order.
What I believe is our destiny of success in this new world order.
So I've told people that if you're interested in avoiding World War III, it seems like you ought to be interested in preventing them from having the knowledge necessary to make a nuclear weapon.
A new world order where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge. Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is a very real prospect of a new world order.
The Council on Foreign Relations, known as the CFR, an organization publicly sworn to destroy American national sovereignty and usher in a tyrannical world police state, could not contain their glee on September 12th, the day after the tragic attack. They announced their New World Order.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.
In 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
There's a need for a new world order, but it has different characteristics in different parts of the world.
Order. We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations. When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
I'm Stephen Colbert. I hope you've learned something tonight, but most of all, I hope you enjoy the police state.
Let us never tolerate outrageous conspiracy theories concerning the attacks of September the 11th.
Man, whatever. The guy's guilty as shit. We all know that.
Osama bin Laden was a CIA asset in the 80s against the Soviets and in the 90s against the Serbs, but since 1998 he was supposedly wanted by the United States. On July 4, 2001, bin Laden received medical attention at the American hospital in Dubai, where he was visited by the CIA. This explosive story was widely reported in Europe, but barely at all in the United States. The CIA, Dubai Hospital, and bin Laden have all denied this meeting ever took place. Why would the French paper Le Figaro, Radio France, and numerous other media outlets report this story if it held no truth? French terrorism expert Antoine Sfeir confirmed the meeting took place, and he said it has been verified. He said, quote, "Bin Laden was visited in Dubai by this local CIA chief Larry Mitchell. He could have been arrested on the spot, and there would be no excuse for the war on terror."
20 years from now, when you're sitting around your family with your grandson on your knee, and he asks you, what did you do in the Great War on Terror? You won't have to say, well, I listened to far-left bullshit, sat on my ass, and was more concerned with American Idol than I was about American security and freedom.
Unquote. To put an end to the CIA meets bin Laden story, the Washington Times produced an article saying, quote, "Bin Laden never suffered any kidney disease," unquote, implying that bin Laden didn't need to go to the hospital. Well, that's strange because Pakistan intelligence sources told CBC News that bin Laden was treated at a military hospital in Rawalpindi for kidney dialysis.
Peter, as you know, the president's down in Florida talking about education. He got up out of his hotel suite this morning, was about to leave here. The reporter said to the president, "Do you know what's going on in New York?" He said he did, and said he will have something to say about it later.
I was sitting outside the classroom waiting to go in, and I saw an airplane hit the tower of a TV. You know, the TV was obviously on. The operatives have been instructed to ensure that the explosives went off at a point that was high enough to prevent people trapped above from escaping.
You know what? It wasn't an inside job. We can see the planes. The planes hit the building. It wasn't a controlled demolition, and the buildings came down. It just is beyond bizarre that he believes it. But he's entitled to. But he's not entitled. He doesn't have a right to teach our students in the classroom. That's not a right.
Well, he has every right, because his conspiracy theory is far more believable than yours. The
no conspiracy
FBI
theory. The
has
planes
admitted they have absolutely
building,
no evidence
the buildings came
against these guys, Osama bin Laden.
The planes, we have video, actually hit the building. When a big plane hits a building, the building's going to come tumbling down. Do you think George Bush did it? You can believe whatever you want. I don't really care. And this teacher can believe whatever he wants. I don't really care. I think you're both a little nutty. But putting that aside, this is what I'm sick of. I'm sick of sending our kids into college classrooms and having incompetent teachers with bizarre political agendas, having a compelled audience that has to be there to get their education. Listen to this dribble when there are far more confident, better educated people that are more qualified for those positions. Parents are sick of this, that their kids are indoctrinated into this nonsense.
He is not incompetent, and his theories are no more bizarre than yours. The most unbelievable of all the wild conspiracy theories is the one that our government has told us.
You believe the United States government itself is putting forth a conspiracy theory when it talks about 19 people with box cutters in an airplane and Osama bin Laden being the mastermind? That is a conspiracy theory?
Well, absolutely. There's 20 people involved, right? That makes it a conspiracy.